Well, let's read chapter 5. While you were at school on both Tuesday and Wednesday, people kept talking to you about where you worked. Some people found it creepy, some made fun of you about it, some even thought it was kind of cool. A group of kids went to Freddy's just to see you on the job. But it was on a day you didn't work, so they just looked like a group of teenagers at a kid's place. Over the 2 days, you also talked to Josh more. He seemed nice. He asked your permission if he could come there sometime while you worked, but you turned him down nicely. You're not ready for your schoolmates to come visit during work. As you walked through the doors of the beloved pizzeria, you were greeted by Samuel Cliff, 312. You're late. You bad girl, his chilling voice said to you. You grew annoyed with him. I'm not late, you said with a cold tone. Yeah, you are, he said as he leaned on the doorway to his office. Is it 3:30? No, then I'm not late. But Freddy, you saw the bear standing in the arcade with Bonnie. Jess, he said with a smile and walked over. How are you? He asked, the animatronic voice filled with glee. I'm good, thank you. Could you please tell Sam that... You turned your face to the dark brunette man. I'm not late because it's not 3:30. You had a cocky smirk glued to your face, making Freddy, Bonnie, and Sam seem taken aback. The bear blinked, then smiled widely. It's true, Samuel. An employee isn't late until 30 minutes after their shift starts, the bear explained, making you cross your arms with a I told you so look. The man by the security office glared at the bear before going inside. You should get to work. It's 3:20, he said, then turned to look at his screens. You looked up at Freddy with a thanks smile, making him tip his hat to you. You waved to Bonnie, who waved back with a shy smile, then made your way to the break room to put your stuff away before you got to work. You walked around doing your job like always, only you weren't in the main dining area today, but in Pirate Cove. Took orders, ran food, cleared tables, and made sure the kids didn't try to steal the balls from the ball pit. Hey, you, get back here. You get back here, you said to the kid who had run off with the plastic balls hidden under his shirt. You had to chase him around until you cornered him over by Freddy, Bonnie, and Chica's stage. You can't take those, kid, you said as you moved close to the boy. He seemed like he was going to cry. You closed your eyes for a second to think, then thought of an idea. Tell you what, kid, you started as you stood up straight. Give me the balls, and I'll ask Freddy to sing you a song. The boy instantly dropped the balls that were hidden in his shirt and clapped with a big grin. You looked at all the plastic-colored balls on the floor, and there were like 20 of them. How did he fit all these under there? You picked them up and put them in your smock where you had your pen and pad. You just carried a few in your arms. Come on, kid, you said as you took your head. You started walking back to Pirate Cove when, Jess, you jumped and the colored balls flew everywhere. Got a ball. You started cleaning up the balls off the floor. Chica, you scared me. You sighed out as you stood up straight. The chicken laughed and scratched the back of her head. Sorry about that. He walked over to the ball pit with the boy, and Chica followed and started chucking the balls back inside. I'm actually glad you caught me, Chica, you said as you threw the last one in. Watch this little boy, Freddy, you and Bonnie. Would sing him a song if he gave me back the balls from the ball pit. Think you guys can do that? The little boy looked at Chica with big eyes and a grin on his face. The chicken smiled and waddled a little place. Sure, but But he has to promise not to steal the balls again, she said cheerfully, making the little boy nod in excitement. Chica, you and the boy went over to the stage. Funny, this boy needs a song, Chica sang. Chica sang, catching the bear's attention. What's the occasion? Chica looked at you. You had a face. You had a face. Sharing. Great. Before anything else happened, you scooted away back to Pirate Cove. When you got over there, you had the three animatronics singing about sharing. Well, okay then. You went back to work. Foxy was on stage telling stories to the kids around the stage. You were bringing a volcano cake to a table for dessert. Mary Beth was sleeping in the break room. Seems like Mary Beth is here all the time. Wonder why. You watched Foxy tell a story about when he found a ghost ship and chuckled when he said something scary that made the kids jump. It was getting late and the place was already starting to empty. You saw Mary Beth groggily walking over to the ball pit and walked over to her. Hey, Sleeping Beauty, you said, catching her attention. Hey, what's up? Nothing, listening to Foxy tell a story. Which one? Ghost ship. Classic. She took one of the plastic balls and started playing with it. You have to turn off the animatronics tonight, don't you? She asked as she tossed it up and down. Oh yeah, I do. Oh yeah, I do have to do it tonight. Mary Beth took out two more balls and started juggling them. Don't worry, it's easy, she said as she walked carefully in what she was doing. I know, but I kind of just feel bad about it. You know, you leaned on a pole that held up a net above the ball pit and crossed your arms. Yeah, I guess it is kind of sad, but you still have to do it. I know, Mary Beth threw the balls back into the ball pit and waved goodbye. She goes home early on Thursdays. You were cleaning up tables with a few other employees. It was around 9:30. You couldn't stop thinking about turning off the animatronics, maybe. You were in the kitchen doing the dishes when you heard footsteps come from behind. Hello, dear Jess, Sam said as he came up behind you. Hi, Sam. He said in a careless way. He moved a little closer. Working late tonight? He asked. You turned to face him and took off the yellow rubber gloves you had on. Yep. You tossed them at him and walked away. You felt gross around him. He followed you over to the animatronics studio and stopped right outside the door. He watched you walk through the room and past the animatronics. Go inside the staff room. He walked away. He walked away once you had a hand on the door. Something wrong, Jess? Asked Bonnie as you walked into the staff room. You looked back to see the four animatronics followed you. No, that guy's just a creep, you said as you walked over to your bag. He knew something to you? Foxy asked concern. A small smile crept onto your face. No, he didn't do anything. He's just weird. You slung your bag over your shoulder and turned to see the animatronics. Had surprised expressions splashed down your face. What? You're not gonna... Manu said, trailing off at the end. You went into the bathroom and decided, I think I'm going to take a shower. Alright, you guys maybe watch the door for that creepy security guard. You gasped as you dropped your backpack on the bathroom floor. They glanced at each other before giving you a nod. You smiled. Thanks. The shower was nice. It was a walk-in and had a glass door. It even had a steam bath built in. While you showered, you kept thinking about putting the animatronics to sleep. Suddenly you heard the bathroom door open and close. You looked to see, Chica, you hid behind the wall to the right of the glass door. What are you doing in here? You said as you hugged yourself. Sure, she's just an animatronic, but still, privacy. I just wanted to see the shower. I've never seen one before. she said with her usual happy tone. Oh, you peeked out at her. Yeah, you're, you're, you didn't like the idea of calling her an animatronic to her face. You thought it would be offensive. Water would hurt you, Chica. You said as you wrapped a towel around yourself and looked out at keeping from laughing aloud. I don't have clothes on, she seemed confused. You slowly pulled open the glass door without clothes. It's like you without feathers. You'd be bald or in the other world, words to be. She put her hand up to her beak. I'm sorry, she put her head. It's alright, we're both girls, he said as you went to turn the water off. Wait, she quickly turned. Can I try the shower? She nodded. Oh, Chica, I don't know. It might hurt you. Why? Well, I could splash you, then you'd understand. She blinked, then nodded with a smile. Please don't let her break. Kept a bit of water in your hands and splashed. Oh, crap. You know when spells, please don't let her break. You cupped a bit of water in your hands and splashed it. Then you splashed her. She seemed to fizzle, if you will, and a bit of sparks came from her. Whoa, whoa, she said as she blinked. I bet you okay, she nodded. I didn't really hurt, but I couldn't control my body at all, and it felt weird. Like you were numb. Yeah, you giggled. A bit. Mind giving me some space so I can get dressed? She smiled a bit, nodded, then left the room so you could change. After you got dressed and packed up your bag, you went into the animatronic studio to find 4 sitting in cushy chairs and couch. They looked at you as soon as you entered the room. They had sad faces, yet they smiled. You smiled at them a bit and then went over to them. Do you have to? Yes, with a sadness. You thought about it as you looked. Well, you went over and sat next to Freddy on the couch, and you guys keep it a secret. Their sad faces turned to surprise. Really? You'd let us stay up? I mean, sure, if you guys promise to try and not let Sam catch you, and you don't tell Mr. Sarkozy, I let you. Bonnie and Chica stood up quickly and moved closer. You felt small all of a sudden, since they were also and you sunk down in the worn-out couch, which made you short. Freddy looked at you with a surprised look on his face. You really would let us, Miss Jess? He asked with his calm tone. You nodded shyly and stood up. But you guys have to promise. We promise. We'll keep quiet. Hey, we promise, yeah. Foxy said eagerly. You looked at Freddy, who had a genuine smile on his face, and he nodded. Thank you, he said. Hey, you guys have feelings too, and I wouldn't like it if someone tried to turn me off. I trust that. You guys can't keep this between the 5 of us. You went towards the door to be stopped by 4 different hands on your shoulders, on your waist. They pulled you close and hugged you tight. You felt squished, but hugged back with a giggle. We really can't thank you enough, he said. As he and the others walked you to the door of the animatronic studio, you put a finger up to your smiling face and waved goodbye. Far waved you as you closed the door. You walked to the waiting area to leave when you heard someone clear their throat. Off so soon? Sam's voice came from in his little 2-door office. My shift is over. I took care of the animatronics. Now I'm going back home. He walked you to the door and held it open for you. Well then, good night. He gave you another creepy wink and you hurried off to the bus stop to head home. God, that guy's such a creep.